So yeah, one last reminder, if you didn't see the serious, quote-unquote serious video, well, it is serious, that's the quote is correct. So basically, it's just like 30 seconds long, so if you want to know what's happening, or if videos don't appear more important to you as we get Zectast, ill-fated, custom character, then yeah, just check that video out really quickly. Otherwise, yeah, let's get into this. Ill-fated Zectast, though. What a nice way to end this last custom character. I still have a bunch queued up, but yeah, let's do it one more time. And I'll do my best to survive. I'll try to be a little bit more focused than the little bit of brain cell usage I normally display. Although, as we get into Zectast, ill-fated character, exclusive custom character, yeah, the fact that we're on Zectast is going to make things difficult anyway, because we have 3 strength and 4 knowledge. It's charisma we have to worry about if we get hunger. Dexterity and perception are just going to get slapped in the face, and then we're going to lose about 6 stamina, 5 reason. Also, my microphone is a little bit above my mouse, so you are hearing mouse clicks from me. Otherwise, second encounter, light, and then second mystery afterward. But we're losing a whole bunch of stamina and charisma, basically, right after right after the 3 stat checks. But what I can do is, well, one, remember my second encounter, but level up here. So, considering we're on Zectast, and ill-fated is an interesting one in terms of getting your starting perks. For perk packs that want the synergy of themselves, so in this example, Running Shoe Stealth, it helps out a bit more, especially if you run into a lot of bad enemies. Now, that's bad luck, and some people might say, well, Jordan, I'm not always that unlucky. Well, I'm just letting you know that if you're in ill-fated, you might as well use its perks for yourself, if you have any. Flesh regrowth will help as well, but as we move on here, I think I actually want experience to try and get stealth as soon as possible. That essentially turns every escapable encounter into a 3 Doom 10 experience. Or is it 15? I forgot stealth's own effects. Anywho, Festival, Akamanto, Metamorphosis, Goal, and Shuttle. So, we're already starting off a bit bad. We have Akamanto to mitigate the Doom increase, and Festival. But Metamorphosis is where it's going to hurt, so we'll take Metamorphosis first. This is working. I'm working under the assumption that I will be... Well, 1, I'm going to be getting hurt in Metamorphosis, then I go into Festival. But 2, in Akamanto, I'll be able to do a handcuff play really comfortably. But we'll see if we actually get to do that. We're going to just take the curses here. If we get really bad curses, I can't afford to spend too much Doom. Hallucinations did not help, though, because we plan to get an Army Knife. So, as we move on here, I don't want to prepare, so if we lose all our funds and run into out of funds, we'll probably just take will I? Oh, I guess we'll see. But anywho, yeah, getting stealth as soon as possible would help with experience gain, which in turn will indirectly help with Zectast, lowering our stats overall, so here's hoping. Alternatively, I would like to see, as we get a pretty much useless charisma increase. But if we run into a lot of charisma checks, sure. I would like to see folklore knowledge to increase my knowledge even more, because otherwise we will die at 84% Doom, either to strength or to knowledge. But I want to use my... oh, that's a lot of max threat level mansion investigations. I want to use my level... I want to use my level ups to increase strength, because for those who don't know, and are newer to the channel, there are no general strength perks. So yeah, anywho, I don't think there's anything else, so we do our best to just trade blows. We do have the Eldritch Amulet for reason. My problem, though, is that, yeah, so, even though we need 9 perception to prep attack with the Army Knife, it would have been much appreciated still. Although if we hit this, and we bug out on stamina for whatever reason, we will be perfectly fine. Thankfully that didn't happen, but we're still going, you know, we're gonna go for, no we can't. So what I was going to say is I could go for something like this, but, I mean, we might as well. We might as well. So we're going to gamble here. Okay, good. Could have been really bad, but we're in the reality in which I hit both of those attacks. That was like a 50-50, by the way. True 50-50. Close enough as can be. Probably a little worse, but you get the point. And I would like strength. Actually, knowing that I have the Eldritch Amulet, I should probably take stamina here. We did not get to the thing, but we can take art knowledge as well. We have some level ups in between to do some filler. But anywho, moving on. I can still take Festival now. You only rest twice anyway, so we'll top ourselves off on stamina. Although, oh yeah, and then we have a curse, that's right. But stamina is what we're worried about. In fact, I could have just visited this earlier, but we'll take the healing, because if we don't plan to rest, hey. Also, resting there does not count against your restless bonus, so you will, as we run to the Eerie, E-E-R-Y? I wonder if that misspell is on purpose, but, I mean, again, there are things in custom content, and I think Vanilla has a few purposeful typos, but anywho. I forgot what I was talking about, so moving on. I think my second encounter was it? The boss? No. Otherwise, it's this Dream Eater. Also, we're eating all damage, so for the sake of our HP, we're actually just going to run. I think Dream Eater doesn't give you a lot of experience, and even if it did, that's way too much. So, is that due to Second Sight? Yeah, so that's Second Sight. Was that a character? No, I should have checked. It tells you if it's a character-specific event, but that's a very interesting thing going for this character, at least. Take the reason, funny enough. 3 reason for 3 Doom. Now, I don't always want to take that, but I feel that's pretty good. Keeping in mind, the reason why I say that's good is because overall you end up... No, well, you actually come out positive on stamina if you take the reason choice, and reason if you take the stamina choice. So you lose 3 reason, you get 3 Doom, and assuming your rests have not been touched, as we're in Timeline A Festival, you heal for 2 stamina and 2 reason, which is why that event is not as bad. Whereas in Out of Funds, you get funds, and, well, if I had to choose between 2 funds and 3 Doom, as much as I like using the Nicotine Rush buff for cigarettes, yeah, I would rather still take the Doom decrease. Again, that's a very important part, I think, to balance events around, is that you can go into the rest option, and yeah, this can be nerfed by Fetid Fumes, but at base, we're even going to do it now just to prove the point. So you rest for 3 Doom, so Doom increases by 3, but you heal 2 stamina, 2 reason. So overall, that event we just ran into was free, and we lose 1 reason, but we gained 2 stamina. Now, you're not always going to run into that event, but I think you get what I'm putting down at this point. So we're gonna take extra reason here. Funny enough, because I have the Eldritch Amulet, I really shouldn't do this, but we're topped off anyway. We're doing this to stave off Zektast. That's the end of the thing. This is not actually free, is it? I'm just gonna do it because science. No, it's not. Well, hey, sure. I just lost the Restless bonus now, but I don't really mind. Hey, we get Strength here, so now I can freely take Knowledge, which will end up going badly for me right now if I run into a Ghost encounter, so I would like to level up before I run into a Ghost. Run into a Ghost. I've been stumbling my words. We get Dex. Okay, so this is a lot of Zektast events that I run into. This is not normal. But anywho. Do I just want to eat this in the face? We have Akamanto. No, so we're just going to run here. Keeping in mind that at the end here, we are going to decrease Doom by 10, which is why I'm being a bit more... Basically, if you have the Escape Artist perk pack, you might have a better time in Zektast. Although, this is very specific to Ill-Fated, because you can level up immediately, and you get either Stealth or Running Shoes. But in my opinion, I think you want Running Shoes more. Oh, we have to brace once here, though, by the way. I can go for attack. 95%. Gonna go for it. Okay, good, we hit that. I should not take any more risks considering what can happen to my face, but... Let's make sure we do the handcuff play. Yeah, I had to hold my breath there. I've missed that before, and then we lost a bat. But if we get stealth here, we should be okay. Is this a C item? Oh my god, yeah, slot B. So we can save that for later. And we did not get the thing. We did get folklore studies though, so I'll take that. I should actually just take stamina healing here. Because we don't have Bath anymore, we need stamina from somewhere else. And into goal I go, or shuttle. Either one is going to be bad. I know you have to fight something in shuttle. We'll take skittery. We'll take goal for now. If we need to rest, we'll rest. But hopefully I should be able to survive this. Ooh, this is a little... No, it's not because we one-shot this. Yeah, Mystery 4 Young Witch. If you have a 5 base damage weapon and you have Desperate Struggle available, you can make some magic happen. And I think Dream Eater was my second enemy. Let's hope that's the case. Don't have time for this. You're not gonna... Unless that drops a katana, you're not having me roll on that. Another, or at least my opinion on making custom events. Now, the one one nuance in that is that it's an idea I had before, but if you make copies of a same event and make those events different, then you can do whatever you want. You can add in some free options, because then the player is not always guaranteed to run into... is not guaranteed to get out for free. But that brings up another problem, which is, well, Jordan, why do you have me roll this 50-50? I'm saying my own name, because if I make these events, then you're like, oh, I'm flipping a coin, or oh, it's 33% chance that this is one of the 3 events that I want. For example, I should just mention what I'm talking about here more specifically. So let's pretend that this event, Sewer Scramble, is a completely random event that you can run into. Basically, one of the perk pack ideas or mod pack ideas I had is just basically having a bunch of events that have multiple copies but do different things. So if I head right here it's free, but say instead on another version of the event, this is a perception check instead, and then it does things to you. That's what I mean by having multiple copies, and no one's done it yet, so I don't really mind saying it. Anywho. But then again, that brings up the negative. Also, I realize I'm dying to stamina here. We have flesh regrowth. Never mind. What am I worried about? But yeah, that brings up the problem of what happens if... Yeah, you're basically having people flip a coin. But that's where you can start to work on the balance of your events then. Yeah, I think we're at max 7 stamina now, but we just have to take this in the face for the sake of survival. And what I mean by that is, well, you go even deeper, there's nothing else happening on screen right now, is that, say you have 2 copies of the event, but the right choice will always test, perception or dexterity, and so you can have the player, once they learn these events, they can plan around, okay, do I want to build perception or dexterity for these events that come up? Or you make a whole mod pack themed around certain stats, especially if you're planning to have a character or characters star in a run of World of Horror that you've set up specifically for them. That was another idea I had, but it's not going to be any series soon. But again, if anyone wants to do it, feel free. I'm not going to be mad that, oh, you took my idea. I don't really believe in... Well, I do believe in, obviously, copyright exists for a reason, among other things. But taking ideas, this specific instance, as I mentioned in the RPG video, taking good ideas and using them, I don't think is usually going to be a bad thing. So if anyone wants to act on what I've put forth here, hey. Also, I realize we have a broken box cutter now, so we want to swap this. And off we go. And we're pretty much just going to run from everything. We don't really need to take a risk fighting anything if possible. So as we continue on, we're here. Now, we do have to fight something in Shuttle, but we still have flesh regrowth to save ourselves. Yeah, and we don't mind taking Doom, because even on Zektas, we should be able to survive no matter what. In fact, we're even going to check for clues, so yeah. But yeah, flesh regrowth is going to be a good backup plan. And the rest of the Doom I have is going to have us survive the lighthouse. So as much as I complained about... Oh, and then we got Mind Wipe. We have flesh regrowth, though, so I don't care. Did that really remove stamina? Oh, that removed reason. But I have the Eldritch Amulet, so it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, as much as I complained about this being a Zektas and ill-fated run, hey, strategy wins out. Strategy and the character-specific. Basically, we had a lot of things go right in this run. But, as we move on here... So we have flesh regrowth, we shouldn't need to worry. We can even just level up now and take strength. We'll take quick thinking, because why not? And off we go. And if I somehow die here, well, I'd be quite sad. We don't even have Takshisan, so I don't need to worry about an encounter. I could click through this lighthouse if I wanted to, so, I mean, yeah. But let's try to remember our seconds, just so I can train my brain, if nothing else. But yeah, without further ado, as always, if you have any questions, if you want to say anything, let me know. Otherwise... Ooh, it was the Dream Eater, by the way. Otherwise, we will end this run shortly, and I will get back to doing work. Again, most of the time I'm working on game dev stuff or things for this channel, but we will see what happens. So yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!